Alright guys, we're coming at you with this new product from Weighsafe. It's their True Toe Heavyweight. So we got it all unboxed. Like I said, 2.5-inch receiver, super heavy duty. And this will attach in here. We'll probably run it somewhere in that general area, but we'll get into that when we get closer to the install. And they did a really good job labeling everything. You got torque specs on every sticker. There's even a barcode here for the installation video. Really good install sheet as well. And then these are, install on that as well. This will bolt to the trailer, and then these will slide in to that bracket, which we'll get into all that as we move forward. And this is the tool to help get these onto these brackets if needed. And there's also the wrench end for adjustment. So it's kind of like a one-stop shop to give you everything you need. And this is a really nice locking set. You got the trailer lock. This will be the pin lock for the trailer coupler and the pin lock for the hitch. And it all uses one key. So that's really convenient. So good job, Weighsafe. We appreciate that because I'm bad with losing keys. So we got the bushing reducer out. Just need a little negotiating. So we got that out. Now we can slide our receiver hitch in. Which we're just gonna put the old pin I had in there temporarily until we get this kind of fixed, and then we'll put the new locking pin from Weighsafe in. Bag of hardware, so we don't lose anything. We'll just put that right up here, get a couple started. Flat wash on each side. And then the old one was pretty much straight out. So I think we're gonna be right here with this top half of a hole showing. We're gonna start there, take a couple measurements and see where we're at. So I'm just gonna loosely put these in, and then I'll get a tape measure and we'll double check it. But I think, judging off that old one, this should get us pretty close to where we want to be. And these do have a torque spec, and I'm right on this side, 150 to 320 foot-pounds. So we'll get those torques once we make sure our height's right. But for now, we're just gonna hand tighten them, and so you can get the idea of where this thing's gonna sit on the truck. And yeah, we'll go from there. Let me get a tape measure, get some measurements. All right guys, so we measured the height of the trailer tongue and the height of this. We did drop it down a little bit lower to make everything happy. Now we're gonna take these pins out, slide our bars in, and then get all that set up. And this thing does have a grease zerk. There's one up here, and I believe there's one down at the bottom here to get that thing nice and looped up. So we're gonna slide this in. And these pins go in from the outside in. Lock in place. Now we can just pull this right out of the way at about a 90-degree angle for some measurements here in a little bit. Now we'll get the next one and get it slid in there. And again, the same thing. Slide it in, lock the pin in, and we'll slide them over because we got to take some measurements to put into the True Toe app. They actually have an app to help you line all this up and then remember it for the future. So let's get this thing backed up to the trailer, and we're gonna set it on there so we can get a tongue weight to put into the app to adjust this here. And then we can also add these brackets on the trailer for these to rest on and lock in place. So we'll get started on that and see where we're at. So we're going to come 32 inches back from the center of the ball. It'll be important to note that there's two different size brackets. There's a bracket for the 8-inch frame, which you'll be using here, and this is for your smaller 6-inch frame. So this will be good because we can put these on a travel trailer and have the same hitch for both trailers. So go ahead and get these bolted on, and we'll go from there. 90 foot-pounds. Just alternate tightening these, top to bottom. We're going to go 90 foot-pounds. Do the same on the other side. Alright guys, now we're going to put these in, and as you can see, they did a really great job with reference. So where you got the heavy weights, or where you want this to be 10 inches below the top of the tongue, the coupler, and that'll give us in a pretty good spot. If you had the medium weight, you would want to go 9 inches. But these are on both of the bars, so even if you lose paperwork, you still have this right on the trailer, and it has torque specs. So that's a win-win. So we're going to measure that out and get it placed in there. See where we're at. All right, guys, we got the new Weighsafe hitch installed and all hooked up, and I'm gonna turn this thing around so you can really see it. But this thing is working awesome, and we're super excited. So there's no air in the airbags that we normally have to inflate to like 100 psi to get this thing to sit level, and the truck is looking really good, and the trailer's looking really level. So the Weighsafe has got it figured out. So glad to get that thing fully installed, and can't wait to tow with it now.